Ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is crucial for electrical safety, especially in environments where water and electricity may come into contact. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, outlines specific locations where GFCI protection is mandatory. Section 210.8 of the NEC addresses general requirements for GFCI protection. It states that all 125-volt single-phase, 15 and 20 ampere receptacles installed in specific locations must have GFCI protection for personnel. These locations include bathrooms. It is important to note that hair salons are not explicitly mentioned in the NEC under this section. However, the code's interpretation is vital. If a hair salon has sinks, it can be argued that the area falls under the category of bathrooms. Therefore, receptacles near sinks in a hair salon should be GFCI protected. Beyond the NEC, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, also has regulations concerning GFCIs in workplaces. Specifically, 29 CFR 1910.304/60 states that receptacles in restrooms, locker rooms, and other areas where electrical appliances are used shall have GFCI protection. This OSHA regulation broadens the scope beyond just bathrooms, encompassing areas where electrical appliances are commonly used. Now, let's consider specific scenarios within a hair salon. Firstly, hair cutting stations with sinks. In these areas, GFCIs are undoubtedly required. The presence of a sink introduces the risk of water exposure, making GFCI protection essential to prevent electrical shock. Secondly, restrooms. All receptacles in restrooms within hair salons must have GFCI protection. This aligns with both the NEC and OSHA requirements. Thirdly, other areas where electrical appliances are used. If there are other areas within the hair salon where electrical appliances are used, such as a break room or storage area, GFCIs would also be required. This covers a wide range of potential hazards, ensuring comprehensive protection. What about hair cutting stations without sinks? The NEC does not explicitly require GFCIs in hair cutting stations without sinks. However, it is crucial to consider the safety implications. Even without a direct water source, electrical equipment is still in use. For enhanced safety, it is highly recommended to install GFCIs in all areas where electrical equipment is used, regardless of whether there is a water source nearby. This proactive approach can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents. To summarize, GFCI protection is mandatory in hair salons in the following areas: 1. Around sinks and hair cutting stations; 2. In all restrooms; and 3. In any other areas where electrical appliances are used. While the NEC does not explicitly mandate GFCIs in hair cutting stations without sinks, it is a highly recommended safety measure. When installing GFCIs, it is essential to follow the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. Ensure that the GFCIs are properly grounded and tested regularly to verify their functionality. Regular testing helps ensure that the devices are functioning correctly and will trip in the event of a ground fault. Moreover, it is advisable to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed safely and in compliance with applicable regulations. A professional electrician can assess the specific needs of the hair salon and recommend the most appropriate GFCI PROTECTIO in Chinese letter Liga G. They can also identify any potential hazards and provide solutions to mitigate those risks. In addition to installing GFCIs, it is important to educate employees about electrical safety. Training should cover topics such as how to identify electrical hazards, how to use electrical equipment safely, and what to do in the event of an electrical accident. Employees should also be instructed on how to test GFCIs and report any malfunctions immediately. Furthermore, regular inspections of electrical equipment and wiring can help identify potential problems before they become hazards. Look for signs of damage such as frayed cords, cracked outlets, and loose connections. Any damaged equipment should be repaired or replaced immediately. It is also important to ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or GFCI and preventing electrical shock. In older buildings, the grounding system may not be adequate. In such cases, it may be necessary to upgrade the grounding system to meet current electrical codes. Another important safety measure is to avoid overloading electrical circuits. Overloading can cause the wires to overheat, increasing the risk of fire. Use a circuit analyzer to determine the load on each circuit and ensure that it is within the rated capacity. If necessary, redistribute the load or add additional circuits to prevent overloading. When using extension cords, choose cords that are rated for the intended use. Do not use lightweight extension cords for high-power appliances. Also, avoid running extension cords under carpets or rugs, as this can trap heat and create a fire hazard. In wet or damp locations, use only electrical equipment that is specifically designed for those conditions. Look for equipment that is labeled as waterproof or weatherproof. Also, avoid using electrical appliances near water sources, such as sinks and bathtubs. If you must use an appliance near water, make sure that it is plugged into a GFCI protected outlet. Finally, be aware of the signs of electrical shock. If someone comes into contact with electricity, they may experience muscle spasms, difficulty breathing, burns, or cardiac arrest. If you suspect that someone has been shocked, immediately turn off the power at the breaker and call emergency services. Do not touch the person until the power is turned off. In conclusion, GFCI protection is an essential component of electrical safety in hair salons. By following the NEC and OSHA requirements and implementing additional safety measures, you can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents and protect employees and customers. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals to ensure that all electrical work is performed correctly and in compliance with applicable regulations. Remember, electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone.